Go, birdies. Just like that.
This water's better than their water.
Okay, folks, I'll show you a little debut on this rickety mess that I put together. I'm already getting more and more annoyed by it, but this is, in theory, going to be our chicken coop / chicken hutch.
So I can actually get some weight.
Have no idea if it's too big, too small. I just built it. I built it 3 foot by 3 foot, and I do believe it's much too big, really. The goal with this thing is just to be a screened enclosure, just enough to house the nest boxes and a perch to give them some security at night. Honestly, probably don't even need to have it house the nest boxes. It's really just meant to be a nighttime security, so we can lock them in and not have to worry about predators, getting after them at night. But otherwise, our goal is for them to always be out here in the goat pen. You can see one of the chicks is over there scratching around. They've been out for several hours this morning. The cat's not bothered them, so that's a good sign, I guess. But you can see it's just a real basic, simple square frame. I didn't put a lot of effort into this, obviously. I just kind of came up with it off the top of my head. The one thing that I did do is here on the back, I did this French cleat mounting system. Maybe you can see that. So this 2x4 here with the top cleat runs the whole length. It's 8 feet long. All of our posts out here in the lean-to, none of our posts are more than 8 feet apart. And so then what I've got is there's the bottom cleat is this 2x4 right there, and of course the one on the other post. So we can move these cleats to any 2 posts that we want to. We can move them up or down on the posts however we want to. And so what we've done for right now is we've hung it a little bit lower. What?
I can't tell if she's bloated. Maybe it's just fire.
She's fine. So anyway, we've hung it a little bit lower for right now so that we can introduce the chicks into here and they can start to get used to jumping in and out of it. The door on the front here just swings open. It'll swing up and out so that we can tie it off to the roof of the lean-to. Like I said, ultimately it'll be raised all the way up against the bottom of the roof so the goats can walk comfortably underneath of it. Oh yeah, there you go. Kenzie put one of them in there. But yeah, we want the goats to be able to walk under it and not to be able to stand up on it like that. Because of course the goats want to play on everything. But yeah, now that I put it in here, I'm automatically seeing that it's already way too big. Probably could have built it about 2 feet deep instead of 3, which again, we've got options. We'll rebuild it, who cares? And maybe not so tall either. Because like I said, now that I'm sitting here looking at it, I'm thinking the nest boxes don't even need to be in there, just the perch. But we'll see. I was going to put the perch on top of the nest boxes and do a slanted shield, so if they poop off the perch, it skids down and doesn't pile up. Anyway, I guess I just wanted to show it to you guys. Like I said, nothing too fancy. I should have put angle bracing right here to prevent racking. I thought about that while I was building it. Just didn't think it was all that critical. As soon as I hung it up here, the front was sagging down, so we just put some twine here and a piece of wire on the other corner, but just to support that front corner off the roof. It'll be just fine. Yeah. Still got to build the boxes and build the coop somewhere, or build a roost for them, which I can just put a 2x4 in there across the floor. It's nothing crazy. I do have a little barrel latch to put on the gate somewhere. I'm probably going to put a little blocking of wood on something just to hold it. This door doesn't seal up tight at all. It's just big enough that a bird can't get out, a cat or a raccoon can't get in. That's it. I mean, if a mouse wants to get up there, a mouse is going to go through the wire anyway, as would a snake. So that is what it is. You can't keep those out. So yeah, just want to show it off. Simple design, simple concept. If you guys like the idea, maybe you want to do one yourself. And I would certainly think, depending on the number of chickens, ultimately we're only going to have about a dozen laying hens is kind of our goal. We'll
I think you're gonna be a hen.
have to see how that goes. But
That's my favorite one. Yay!
yeah, there's one of our prettiest ones. I hope that's a hen.
I hope so. I don't see a comb starting.
That's sure a pretty one.
I like her feathered feet.
Yeah, those are going to be a mess. Anyway, if you guys like it, it's just an idea. Figured I'd share. You guys can kind of decide if you want to do something else with it or make it a little different. There's certainly ways to make it better.
Can you get off
This one's not the best. Just want to show it to you. So whatever. I'm rambling. Hope y'all like it. So just another little update on the chicks for you guys. This is about 24 hours that they've had their new coop, which, yeah, we're going to rebuild this thing. It already sucks. But what I wanted to brag about is it is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The chicks have been out. I came down here to do chores about, let's just say 8 o'clock this morning that I came down and let them out and walked away. And Mr. Rocky is up there on top of his hay bale. Couldn't care less. Now I haven't counted them, but I just walked down here. I haven't been down here since shore time, so it's been 3 hours that they've been out just doing their thing. You know, I'm not as worried about the cat anymore. My bigger concern with them this morning was that I'd walk away and the dogs would, you know, the chicks would slip outside and the dogs would come after them. But you know, I don't know, what's there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're supposed to, oh, 26. The last one's over there in the pen. Yeah, 26. So none of them gotten picked off yet. You know, like I said, I was just concerned that they would kind of wander, because yesterday when we first let them out, they wandered all out around the back and they were out around the hay rack and they were getting pretty close to the fence. And, you know, realistically, that's just a boundary that they're going to have to learn. We might lose a few in the process, you know, but the chickens, as dumb as they may seem, they will figure out pretty quickly, you know, that they're these sort of safe boundaries, and they'll start, as they get older, of course, they'll start to become more aware of the risks of the dogs or, you know, other predators. So, anyway, yeah, they've been unattended for 4 hours, you know, 3-4 hours. And I just came down here just kind of with this almost like a heavy heart, like, oh man, I'm going to come down here and find a dead one. But no, they're all doing good. So this little process is working out just nice and slow and steady. And I'm really looking forward, you know, we don't really have a baseline. There's flies flying around right now, but it'll really be interesting to see, you know, over the course of the next couple of weeks if we feel like our fly pressure has really dropped. But for right now, the chicks are doing exactly what we wanted to do. They're just running all over the place, picking up whatever they can find. And there's a couple of them being lazy in the feeder, but it looks like most of them are out scratching around, and you know, that's where they really want to be, so that's good. Well, we just came out to do the night chores. It's after dark, and chickies here got some learning to do. Got a couple perched up on the bucket here. One still trying desperately to stay perched on the feeder while the goats eat. One perched on a goat's head. Oh, I'm so happy I caught that. But most of the rest over here in the coop. Last night I came out and 22 out of 26 were in the coop. And I was looking for the last 4. And then I finally found 2 were there on the bucket. And then 2 were down on the goat's feeder last night. So tonight there's a few more not in the coop. Probably 8 or 10 of them here that aren't in the coop like they should be. But I don't know if it's just being a little bit cooler today, if they didn't stay out about as much. Why? I don't really understand why. One jumped on the goat again. I really don't understand why more of them are out tonight versus last night. Hopefully this is not a habit that they're getting in, that they want to, you know, that they think they want to perch out here instead of in their coop. This is quite funny. I actually, I really want to leave this one. I want to leave these to perch on top of the goats. Anyway, I'm going to catch them tonight, put them all back in their pen like they need to be, try to keep training them to be cooped up at night like they're supposed to. Okay, so I just managed to throw one to the coop and she actually flew all the way. Let's see if I can do it again. This could become my new favorite nighttime game. Oh, that one missed. Oh. I hope somebody doesn't see this as animal cruelty. That's not what it is. The chickens can fly. I'm tossing them very nicely at the open door. Nailed it! Another one. Nailed it! Oh, hey, it's my little Silky, I think. Maybe you're a leghorn. Who cares? Well, the little chicken hutch here that I thought was such a grand idea didn't work so well. Mostly probably because I built it completely rickety. But it only made it about a week. You guys can't see it now, but I'll stitch the pictures in. The bottom of it fell out. This front bottom edge just dropped. And I know why, because it was hung down at a height where the goats could step up in there, and they stepped up in there one too many times. And then this part of the floor frame right here, I didn't think about it when I was building it, but those nails were nailed vertically up. And they, you know, these nails for the nail gun, they say they're ring shank nails, but you can pull them apart no problem. So just the weight of the goat just standing in here, I mean, they're not even heavy goats, but it just pulled those nails right out. And then that bottom, the wire ripped and the bottom just fell like a ramp, fell till it hit the floor. So anyway, we're tearing this one out today, and I've already started building on a new one. I'll show it to you once I get it rigged up. But we're going to go a little bit smaller. You know, I just kind of guessed at 3 foot by 3 foot when I put this thing up. I just kind of said, 3 foot by 3 foot, that'd be plenty big. But that's plenty huge. And the fact is, the chickens are not living in this thing. I think I mentioned that before. This is strictly a place to put nest boxes and to lock them up if we feel like we need to. So it's basically going to be a couple of nest boxes and a couple of roost bars, and that's all that has to fit inside. And then has to have space, of course, for, you know, I don't know, 15 or 20 chickens. That's about all the most we plan to have in here. So anyway, I'm going to get this one tore apart so that I can repurpose the wire out of it. The new coop is 2 foot by 2 foot. So all of this 3 foot pieces of wire will be able to be reused, or 3 foot wide pieces of wire. It's still 8 foot long. But yeah, again, we should be able to repurpose all of this wire, or at least we should be able to have enough wire here that we don't have to cut any new wire off the roll. Whether or not we reuse all of this, probably not, but we have everything that we need right here. So I'm gonna get this drug out of here and torn apart, and then we'll go start slapping wire on the new one and get it hung up, and I'll probably just show you what it looks like once it's all up.